You want a treat? I guess she wants a treat. Let's go. I got a video to do. I'm busy. Here. Hayes. Get a job. Cat treats are expensive. Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. I enjoy doing these, where I just grab 10, 12 CDs from my CD collection and I review them and I rank them. And I hope you enjoy it too. So please remember, if you do enjoy these kind of videos, to leave a comment below and like the video, even if you don't like it. So here we go. And if it's like a greatest hits, I don't know, we'll see, okay?
One, there's always got to be roots. 1, 2, way down here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something dropped there, 9, 10, let's do 12, 11, 12. I'll decide if I'm going to put any of them back. Okay, we've got Genesis, Foxtrot, and Glenn Kellaway from the Basement is seeing Steve Hackett in concert this Thursday. And yeah, I think he's doing the full Foxtrot album, plus of course some solo stuff. Devo, question, are we not men? Answer, we are Devo. The Buckinghams. So this is 2 albums, so I'm going to do Portraits, because that's the album I know more than Time and Charges. Oh, a Beatles album, Let It Be. John Anderson, 1000 Hands, his last studio album. Electric Light Orchestra. This is going to be a fun ranking, I tell you. Okay, this is greatest hits. This is the Northern Pike's greatest hits. I don't want to do hits. I want to do kind of solo albums. Yeah, Lou Reed live. I don't want to do live albums. Get me mad. I think this is still Lou Reed. Yeah, his debut album. See, when I am going up top, like I know, there's certain bands like the Beatles are around here, but I don't know what particular album it is I'm picking. Venus and Mars, which I believe I've picked out before, but that's fine. Debut album by Yes. Frank Zappa, The Man from Utopia. Now, I've got Sparks Came Out of My House. Everybody knows I love this album, and it's been in one of my rankings before, so I'm going to pick another one. Seriously, I wasn't planning it. But Sparks, Ain't in My Pants, we'll go with that. And Ian Hunter, his first solo album. So let's review and rank them.
So I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to rank these from my least favorite to favorite. As always, I would love your thoughts on any of these albums, if you like them or not. So number 12, one of my all-time favorite singers is John Anderson. I've got a few of his solo albums. My 3 favorites are his first 3. This is his latest. And I honestly I need to play it more. So I can't even really review it. I've only listened to it a couple of times. There's just so much music, even though I really don't have that. I know some people think I have so many CDs, but I've seen videos where they've got like 10,000 CDs. But even with, the amount of CDs I have here, there's some I just never get around to playing enough. And so I need to play this before I can review it. So it's number 12, out of respect. Number 11 is Lou Reed's debut album, and it's just a little on the bland side for Lou Reed. Steve Howe from Yes is on guitar on this album. And but there are some songs. My favorite, there are some songs, of course. But my favorite song would be Love Makes You Feel. I think that's a really nice song. And then Ocean, a pretty good version of that. The original version of Berlin, I Can't Stand It, is okay. Wild Child. It's And plus the production is a little dull, I guess. But it is still, I think it's still a little underrated by most Lou Reed fans, and I do enjoy it. I play it once in a while. I would give it a solid, yeah, I give it like a B minus. So all of these are great albums. Number 10, from the CD exchange with Glenn Kellaway. He gave me this one week and I loved it so much. I bought it. It is so good. I would actually love to get more Ian Hunter albums. Of course, Once Bitten, Twice Shy, which later was a big hit for, was it Great White, I believe? And Mick Ronson is on this, and this is the remastered version with some bonus tracks. So this is awesome. I would give it a A minus. Number 10. This is a very underrated album, I feel, by Frank Zappa, the man from Utopia. When it came out, I was starting to lose interest in what he was doing. And his later albums like Jazz from Hell, I never bought. I still have never listened to it all. But I would like to get, his final albums before his passing. But this is great. Cocaine Decisions, Tink Walks Amok. The Radio is Broken is really annoying, so, the first time I heard it, it was like, oh, I hate this song, but I've grown through the years to enjoy it. The Dangerous Kitchen is pretty silly and bizarre, but it's Frank. Yeah, so I would give this an A minus also. The rest of these are A plus. So I picked some pretty good CDs this time. Now this one was involved in our CD exchange with Glenn Kellaway. I gave this to him, and I don't know if he remembers, but he loved this album. It's the Buckinghams' Portraits. And this is 2 albums on 1 CD, of course. They were a Chicago-based, or are, there's still two, I think 2 original members performing today. And it's just excellent pop rock music with horns. And actually my favorite album is the one after this called In One Ear and Gone Tomorrow. But Portraits, if you love pop rock, I highly recommend it. Nice little booklet too. Yeah, I think they were a very underrated band. Yes, I know. No, I fed you already. You saw it in the video. Oh, these are all hard. They're seriously hard to rank. They could all easily be number 1. But number 7 is the debut album by Devo. I bought this when it was released. I loved it right away. It's my favorite Devo album. Although, Duty Now for the Future is right up there too. And then the third one with Whip It. I just can't think of the name at the moment. Yeah, I love this. My favorite song is Jocko Homo, and then Mongoloid. I Can't Get No Satisfaction is great. Yeah, one of the best debut albums. Number 6, a masterpiece. This is my favorite album by Electric Light Orchestra, El Dorado. It is so good. Jeff Lynne, if you talk about musical geniuses, if there is such a thing, he would be one of them, along with Frank Zappa and Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull, I would consider a musical genius. Stephen Wilson. My favorite songs are, of course, Can't Get It Out of My Head, Laredo Tornado, and the finale, El Dorado, is just so good. Jeff Lynne's vocals, I think he's very underrated as a singer. The only thing I don't like about this is the stupid, I like the cover actually, it's from The Wizard of Oz. But the back cover, I remember, you know, even on the original vinyl, it's the very same picture. Don't do that. Don't get me mad. Okay, number 5 and 4 are between Yes's Debut and Genesis' Foxtrot. They're pretty close, but I guess number 5 would be the debut album by Yes. Yeah, I know some people say they were just trying to find their sound or whatever. I think they had their sound on this album. I mean, of course they expanded it and they got more proggy, but this is just an excellent album, and it sounds so good too, the production. Beyond and Before, they do a great version of The Birds I See You, really jazzy. Peter Banks is such an underrated guitarist also. Every Little Thing, the Beatles song, which Yes, just like what Yes did with Simon Garfunkel's America, they just make it their own song. They stretch it out, and it doesn't sound much like the original, but they still make a great song out of it. And Sweetness, Survival, Looking Around, Yesterday and Today, gorgeous vocals by John Anderson. Love this album. A+. And A+ for Foxtrot, of course. I think this would be my favorite studio album of theirs. Of course, the classic Supper's Ready, but even side 1 is awesome. Watch with the Sky, Get 'Em Out by Friday, Can Utility, and the Coastliners. So, yeah, looking forward to Glenn Kellaway's, Glenn isn't a big Genesis fan, but he respects them. But he's a big fan of Steve Hackett, so he's going to hear all of Foxtrot live. So I'm looking forward to that review. And I'm not getting paid to say that. Oh, these 3. It's sad. But I'm putting Sparks' Angst in My Pants at number 3. But it's an A+ album. And this was the year, 1982, that I saw Sparks in Toronto at the El Macombo. And then I didn't see them for 31 years. Yeah. Angst in My Pants, one of their most well-known songs. I Predict, Sixtown USA, Nicotina, of course Mickey Mouse, which they performed on Saturday Night Live. Great performance on there. Mustache is great, really rocks, man. And The Decline and Fall of Me, one of my favorite underrated Sparks songs. But overall, it's an A+. Number 2. Somebody named Paul McCartney and his band Wings. Yeah, I think this was, I don't know if people were disappointed in this after Band on the Run. I know most people, between Band on the Run and Venus and Mars, they like Band on the Run more. But I think this is as good, if not better, than Band on the Run. Rock Show, Love and Song is really nice. You Gave Me the Answer. Just really catchy songs. Listen to what the Man Said. Letting Go, and you gave me the answer, which I mentioned. Magneto and Titanium Man. Spirits of Ancient Egypt. Yeah, awesome. A+. Way to go, Paul McCartney and Wings. Number 1's the Beatles, Let It Be. Yeah. I would have given it an A+ even before the Get Back documentary. But as I've said before, after seeing, and I think it's the same for a lot of Beatles fans, after seeing the full 6 hours, more than 6 hours of Get Back, it was kind of uplifting to see the Beatles, not that they didn't get along and they didn't argue, but there were some good times too. And so when you would because this album always felt a little dark to me and some other Beatles fans, because you know they were starting to break up, and and we thought it was a depressing time. But it really, you know, there were some good times, and the songs, I love the songs. And yes, Don't Let Me Down, probably one of the biggest mistakes in the Beatles' career is not having it on this album. They certainly had the room for it. But Across the Universe, one of John's greatest songs, For You, Blue, I've Got a Feeling, of course, and a song called Let It Be isn't too shabby. And I love the guitar solo on this. You know, even on the single version, George's guitar solo was great, but I really love the one on this. So that is it. I would love your thoughts on all of these albums in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.